This is Fred Beck from Fred Talks Fighting. I'm joined over Zoom. It seems like every fan's favorite boxer on Misfits, Tempo Arts. It's good to see you again. It's been a while. It's nearly been about half a year since I last seen you. How you been,
Yeah,
man?
literally. I'm good, mate. I've like every single fight I always take so long out. So after this fight, I want to get in and do it like quicker, if you get what I mean. Like
Yeah,
do another fight in
exactly.
like 2 months time instead of like 6 months. You know what I mean?
It's not really your fault though. It's only that, like because Misfits is so new and his heavyweight fighters are so scarce, and there's more coming in the scene. But I guess in the weight divisions, the least amount of fighters are at heavyweight, so it's only kind of fair enough. It's no fault of your own or a Misfits, of course. But let's just go straight into it. You're fighting Chase Demore for the heavyweight Misfits world title. That sounds very exciting to be the first ever Misfits heavyweight champ.
Yeah, literally. When Mams told me that I'm fighting on the KSI and Logan card, I was gassed. Like that's literally like everyone's. I think that's everyone's dream. That's on Misfits. So and I'm
Mm.
doing it. So I'm well happy. Like and I'm going to be very nervous because it's going to be 23,000 people in the crowd. So, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Nerves makes diamonds, whatever, however you say. I don't know.
Pressure. The saying is
That's
pressure
it.
makes
Yeah.
diamonds.
Yeah, that one. So we'll
How old
see.
are you? How old are you, Tempo?
I'm 19. I just turned 19 like recently. So
Wow, that's
everyone thinks I'm
crazy.
like 28 or some shit. I don't know.
It's a beard, that's why I'm 19 as well.
Literally. Without this, I look like a child. So I smile. I look literally like a kid when I smile.
People think I'm 12 years old when I meet them. Well, they think I'm
Oh
that
shit.
young. And they meet you and they think you're 28 and we're both
Yeah.
19. It's crazy.
But then that's good for you when you get older. You'll be fine. When I get older, I'm going to look like I'm 60 or 30. So, you know what I mean?
No, a beard looks cool. It's gonna give me like the
Yeah,
Gandalf vibes. The what's it called Dumbledore vibes. It's nice. I like
yeah,
it.
literally. I grew this at 14. So, like, I don't know. I just started growing it early, I guess.
A beard at 14, that's sick. That's mad.
Yeah.
Does your dad have a big beard then as well?
He shaves it every day, or he would get a massive bit. So, I guess it's genetics, I guess, literally.
Yeah, yeah, that's fair. But before Mams called you, how long had you been training for?
Um, Probably about 9 weeks, 8 weeks. Same as Chase. I think Chase more than 10 weeks, but similar. So, similar time.
So how long ago did Mams call you? How long have you known about this fight?
Um, 8 weeks, about literally when I started training. So, about 8 weeks' time.
Oh, okay, nice. You had a long time to prepare. It was no short notice.
Nah, not short notice, but I don't know if I would do a short notice fight because I want to. I like preparing for fights. Like it's enjoying, like having a long camp. And, I don't know. It's
Mm.
enjoying
Yeah, yeah, I can see what you mean. You don't want to be rushed into anything as well when you're just getting started. But
because when people lose when they have short, they just blame it on the camp. So why not just have a long camp? You know what
yeah,
I
it's
mean?
like a short notice fight is always like I've got nothing to lose. I guess kind of that's part of the reason. But they take it. But for yourself though, fighting on the KSI card, was it difficult keeping it such a secret for so long?
Yeah, literally. Like not telling people that I know and stuff is literally it's annoying. I like telling people like straight away. I told my family members obviously they're not going to tell anyone. So and they were gassed as well. Like they also watch KSI for about 10 years, also like the same as me. So it's literally just ridiculous, man. I'm gonna end up meeting him. I'm gonna meet fucking everyone that I've been watching for my whole life. Same as you. You've probably been watching KSI for like 10 years as well. So because
Yeah,
you're
it's
my
quite
age,
cool.
yeah, literally, yeah. That's what it's insane. We're both like in the scene when you've been watching it since you're young.
Mm. Yeah,
It's crazy.
it's like for me now at this stage, it's not as surreal as like the first start of it was like, oh wow. Now it
It's like a
seems
dream.
it's more like, okay, how you doing, mate? It's more, I don't know, it's kind of eased out a little bit now, I feel for
Yeah,
myself.
he's like a real human. Like you see him as a real human. You know what I mean?
That's
But
true.
before you probably just thought of him as like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm worried about like fighting in front of that crowd is going to be nerve wracking. That's what I'm like. But even in this interview, like beforehand, I was nervous. Like I have anxiety, whatever. I don't even fucking know what you call it, but I just feel nervous doing anything, talking. I
Right.
don't know. It's
But you fought in
weird.
front of the crowd with about 4,000 people in Telford and they were screaming and cheering for you.
Yeah, I came out of that fight. The Godson fight, I never saw any sparring footage of him. No pad work, no any training. So I was worried for that fight because I thought he was going to come out looking like the best in the world. You know what I mean? You don't ever see anything of him. That's why I was like, I kept throwing the same punch over and over because I was nervous. Like I was just trying not to get hit and stuff. But this fight, I've seen how Chase Moore fights. I've seen his fights. I've seen his sparring. I've seen clips of him on pads. You know what I mean? So I'm a bit more confident for this fight than I was for Godson one.
Well,
But
I was there in Nashville for his last fight where he fought the bare knuckle FC guy. Were you impressed by his performance at all? Do you see the weaknesses,
um,
see the strengths?
yeah. I mean, he says that he fought him, but like, I don't know if you call it a fight if you're running away. You know what I mean? But like, if I think I could fight someone and I could just stick my arm on my lace and go away, and I think I could survive also 3 rounds. But the last round, if you watch it, Alan Belcher actually started going at him, and that's when he quit. Obviously, like he actually started just going for him like fucking. But it's hard to fight someone that just wants to survive. Like if you see Swarms, he even went like, was it 3 rounds of KSI or 2 rounds?
About two
Um,
months, yeah.
yeah, like, and he was just running away. So but we'll see. I like Chase Moore actually. He's a funny guy, but
He's had a bit to
you know,
say on Twitter.
huh?
Chase Moore's had a bit to say on Twitter in the past few
Oh
days.
yeah. So he mentioned he's talking about my girlfriend. He's called me fat and stuff. He's just all right. He's a professional trash talker. If this was a press conference fight, he would fucking win. You know what I mean? Like if it was a talking fight, he would win all day.
Fighting
But
wins fights, you know. Fighting wins fights. You got it.
yeah, I think I've got the heart to win against him. So because I just won't stop. You know what I mean? So
In your fights, 4 3-minute rounds. That's correct.
yeah, full 3 minutes. This one.
Oh, okay. And how do you see it going? How do you see it playing out? Honestly,
I don't give away too much, but I see. Honestly, I think he's going to try not to quit this time. I think that's his main goal. Like, because he all of his fights, he's almost quit on every. I think he has quit on every single one. The Corey fight, he was talking about his opponent's better than mine. The Corey fight, he literally threw no punches. I swear down. Like, if you watch that fight, I could sleep to that. Like, that is curing insomnia. Like, I generally like. I don't know. He just didn't throw a punch. And then who's the second fight?
his second fight. It was on Misfits. It wasn't it on the Chase Moore. Oh, wasn't it Josh Rottner on
I think
Misfits?
so. Yeah.
That was in the Austin, Texas show last November.
Yeah, and also all of his opponents have been under, I think, 100 kilos. So he's used to fighting small people. But as I said, I do like the guy. So yeah,
Are you
but,
heavier than Chase?
yeah. I'm 270 or 260. It's like I haven't weighed myself in a bit, but I'm like 270 pounds. I think he's 250 or 230. So in between that,
Oh, okay, that
But
sounds
I
sounds
think I'm
pretty
heavier.
exciting though. But then we'll just run over the card real quick. Logan Paul, Dylan Dennis. When everyone's at the press conference all together, will that feel quite surreal for yourself?
Oh yes, I'm going to be more invested in that than my own one. I'm going to be like watching it, like what's going on here. Last time I was at the press conference, it started kicking off as well. I just did a TikTok video, so I'm going to do the same this one. Just get
It
a
was the
cheeky
Dean and
video.
Waleed. It was Dean and Waleed, kind of jumping over the table, was fighting security guards at the Telford press conference. I remember that. Yeah, that did get a little bit rowdy, but I'm sure this one will be just like the same, really. But Big John there as
It'll
well.
probably be worse this time because they're fighting each other, won't it? So
Yeah. Now they got a real reason to fight.
yeah, literally. I don't know what's going to happen. There's going to be so much fights going on. I think I'm going to be like the chilled one. I think like, well, Chase Moore's not, you know what I mean? But I don't care. Like, nothing can get in my head that he says. Like, he's trying to be like Dylan Dennis. He literally, I said to my girlfriend right before, like, it was announced. I said, expect him to talk shit about you. Expect him to talk like. I said, expect it, and then guess what happened? He did it. So I'm a step ahead of him.
I like Chase. He's a nice guy. Obviously, he'll get
Yeah.
something up, but deep down, he's all right. Just one last thing though. KSI 23. What's your prediction for that one?
Well, I want KSI to win because I've been supporting him for 10 years, obviously. But that's a tough fight for him. It's a pro boxer, but it's honestly boxing as well as physical. It's a mindset game. He believes he cannot lose, like, and he won't stop going at Tommy Fury. It's like we'll see if Tommy Fury has a heart in this fight because the Jake Paul fight it wasn't really like a slugfest or whatever. I think maybe KSI will make it like a slugfest and make it a heart fight where he has to use his heart. We'll see what Tommy Fury is made of and KSI. So it'll be a good fight.
And after your fight's finished, I guess you'll go ringside and watch the rest of them, won't you?
Yes, mate. And when I win, it's gonna be like, oh, mate. Yeah, I can't wait to watch all of them. Honestly,
Do you know where you are? Are you first on? Do you know whereabouts on the card you are? Or have you not been told yet?
I'll probably like second on or something. I'm not sure yet. I haven't been told, but I don't know. I've always been first out on all my fights, so I don't know. one day I'll be the last one.
Wait, how many fights you had? I thought you've had two, haven't you?
Yeah, two. I had one on Kingpin, and then one on Misfits.
Yeah. Yeah, so I thought I saw the viral video of you on the Kingpin one where you're doing the canal, you're
Oh,
definitely diving.
yeah. For that fight, I only had a month and 2 weeks. Like that's it. That's all I had with boxing. A month and 2 weeks of sparring. That's literally it. So now I'm a bit more into. I think it's been like 11 months or 1 year. I'm not sure.
You're gonna do like
Since
a
that
vlog.
fight.
You like a 5 week vlog and like stuff on TikTok and YouTube about it all.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I've done some videos already, but I want to make some more. Definitely,
Yeah.
because obviously Misfits is about content creation as well as fighting. So
Yeah, you gotta make sure the content stuff's still coming as well as the training. But Tempo, I do really appreciate you coming on the Zoom. I'll see you in a few weeks. I was about to say I'll see you in Newcastle because I interviewed a bunch of
yeah,
fighters. You're fighting in Newcastle, but no, I'll see you in Manchester in less than a month's time. So yeah, exciting times ahead.
so
Best of
you
luck.
too, bro.
Thank you.
Cheers, mate.